Hello everyone, and welcome to the Pokemon A to Z series, in which I look at Kyogre occasionally and reminisce about the fact that it's not a GS Cup format yet, though I'm a bit concerned that it might be a GS Cup format, or at least a one restricted format by Worlds. I don't know, like we've got a new format coming out in April, which means a new format at least for Worlds, if not another 2 formats by then, so that is a bit interesting. But look, as it stands, we have a really... and in this Pokemon A to Z series, where we go through the alphabet quite slowly, we have a really interesting combination of Pokemon here. So we have, first of all, Cobalion, which is quite funny after having Terrakion on the other side of the alphabet in the last episode with Keith. Definitely a fun one there. And the return of Scarlet, as he famously... It's actually a Pokemon from one of my favorite singles videos in probably the history of YouTube singles videos. The return of Scarlet back in Generation 7. I don't think we'll be likely running Scarf in this particular format, but Tentacruel is a really cool Pokemon, and I'm glad it's back. It was a bit weird that, like, Diglett was in the format with Wiglet and, like, Wugtrio and Dugtrio, but Tentacruel wasn't in with Toadscruel, so I'm glad to see my friend return. Yeah, here with Koba. Koba's main niche, which is not a very good one, is Justified, where you click beat up into it, where it is mildly better into some things defensively than Terrakion. Unfortunately, it is not as strong as Terrakion, and also Steel is a worse typing offensively than Fighting. It's better, I think, specifically into Flutter Mane is the value there. That said, it has 72 special defense, so it's only really better offensively. 129 defense is nice. And it does have access to Body Press, which is something that I am probably considering doing. I'm not 100% on. I have a few ideas in mind, potentially a Body Press set. I think it really depends how I wind up filling it through it. But yeah, I think in Draft you've got a decent number of options, because you do have that Body Press option. It does have access to coaching as well, which means you can do support options. It has Calm Mind. It has Swords Dance. You know, Taunt is always a good support move. Volt Switch, it means you can run it with an Assault Vest to patch up that weak special defense. And it does, on top of all of that, have something, Quick Guard, which is a pretty helpful move. It also has Upper Hand. Upper Hand makes me want to cry, though it is probably, it may be better than Quick Guard. Thunderwave is also a nice support move. It does have some okay support options, but that weak special defense is unfortunate, because it's much harder to deal with poor special defense than it is with poor physical defense, because you don't have an Intimidate on the special side. Here though, so yeah, I have a few ideas in mind. I think the main one I'm going to go for in this particular video might be a Calm Mind oriented set, just with Flash Cannon and Aura Sphere, probably a Citrus Berry. I don't know. I would like to be able to ameliorate its poor special defense and be able to deal some damage, and with that I'm probably throwing on, actually does it get Detect? No Detect, just Protect. And then with this, maybe a Terra Poison to be able to resist Fighting. It won't resist Ground, which is unfortunate, but I'd like to resist both Fighting and Fairy. And then I think you really have to run Speed with this, but I am not going to. I will say very clearly that I think that this is not a correct decision, but it's part of what I want to do with Tentacruel. I'm just going to double check. I want it to be 1 point slower than Max Speed Tentacruel. Max Speed Tentacruel, it's 167, so I'll be going for 166. And then I will be running Max HP. Sorry. That wound up being more of a challenge than I expected to do, and then just putting the rest in between special defense, a little bit of special attack, and then just foreign defense there. So Tentacruel here, I have the very specific idea of taking advantage of its support arsenal, which is Acid Spray. Acid Spray is a very fun move, and when you're using a slower special attacker with it, that means you can sort of get, even more than a helping hand boost off on it. Obviously Fate Tears is nice as well, but you can't combine that with an Assault Vest. And this one doesn't learn it. Icy Wind Speed Control, and then I think my preference here, because it doesn't have access to Scald, is, just Muddy Water, because you need a stab move, and Knock Off as an other support option. and then you just want to juice up that HP and defense. You could consider even investing directly in defense, but I still think you want to take the special hits reasonably well. There is probably an appropriate line to strike, whether it'd probably be somewhere like going for 180 odd health and then closer to 90 here, something like this potentially. And yeah, we were mostly just using the Tentacruel for support, and you do want that defense because it resists a Shifu's dual stab, and you can sort of hit it with a couple acid sprays, you can hit it with knockoff, you can icy wind it. None of those are amazing, but all of those are usable options. And then to follow up with this, I think you do want another then good special attacker. I think, honestly, I'm bringing in DD Mail back. It's time. It simply has been a sufficient amount of time for me to use Indeedee Mail again. I'm actually not sure if I have already used it in this channel or if that's in a video that's coming out later that I already recorded. I think it was in a previous one. I think it was with Slushy, maybe. But I think it's time for the Expanding Force Indeedee Mail. I think it's time. Not the Psychic Plate, the Mind Plate, Psychic Surge, Hyper Voice, something and Protect. I'm not entirely sure what my preferred option is here. Could just be Trick Room. Could be Imprison Trick Room, honestly. I could drop Hyper Voice and just go Imprison Trick Room. All you need is Expanding Force. That is not what I meant to do speed-wise at all. Sometimes the auto mod is not great at predicting my needs, wants, and desires. And then put the 4 in defense. And now, probably want actual speed control, do I? Do I want something that... I could just go for another Pokemon, an even slower Pokemon that could benefit potentially from the Icy Wind. Also, I should pick a ground. I'm just going to go... Sorry, pick a ground. I should pick a Terra. I'm just going to go ground because I don't have a particularly strong idea about what the best option is. And I don't care for any of these as a stab Terra. I just want the electric immunity. Doesn't give me a ground resist. I think this Pokemon is only weak to those 2 types in Psychic, which is honestly not a lot of weaknesses, so it's pretty good. I did use Toxapex previously. I don't actually remember super well the Toxapex, but I do remember thinking that its defensive typing felt nice. So yeah, probably just go for like a reasonably high attack physical attacker, but something that would ordinarily struggle due to being slower than Urshifu. Or Pokemon in that speed area. Bax isn't bad. Could do a Swords Dance back Excalibur. Throw the Icicle Spear, Scale Shot, Swords Dance, Protect, Loaded Dice. I think Terra Fire was the preferred one on this mon at this time. I'm not 100% on that, but I think it's just for the Fairy Resist. And then you don't you don't feel as pressured to run like quite that much attack-wise. Sorry, quite that much speed-wise, which is nice. Because you do, even with like the Scale Shot boost, you also have the fact that you're getting the speed drops potentially off of a Tentacruel. Now, something else to enable Cobalion, I think I might consider a Follow Me mon. No, I think I just want a Fairy. Maybe a Sylveon? I do think that like the spread move makes sense, but maybe the Indeedee is kind of doing that thing well enough already. Could do Gardevoir actually. I don't think I've used Gardevoir on this one. Actually, Mixed Valiant is also nice. Yeah, I think Mixed Valiant's kind of nice. Just be able to prop on sort of the main line. Where is it? Spirit Break. Close Combat, throw Sash on, Protect here, and then for the last move slot here, I think just a Dazzling Gleam, and then being able to take advantage of the Tentacruel spread, like Acid Spray, to break Sashes, and then also get Dazzling Gleam in even nicer positions, I think would be pretty interesting. And then this mon can also sit next to Cobalion and clear away Pokemon that are otherwise threatening its poor special defense side. And Terra-wise, I do think Terra Fairy is correct, so that I can get boosted damage into Fluttermane. Outside of this, not super great into Incineroar, I say, as we have 2 fighting types, so we're probably fine. Rilla can be annoying. It's always annoying when you have Indeedee on a team. Is there a Pokemon that threatens both of those reasonably well? Tentacruel. No, Tentacruel does not threaten the Rilla super well, unfortunately. Iron Hands isn't terrible. I haven't used Iron Hands in a while. And I can even run some speed on the Iron Hands. No, I already have 2 other fighting types. I probably should pick up a 3rd one. King Gambit? King Gambit's cool. And I already have Cobalion in a similar sort of niche. Entei? Entei's got Inner Focus, which is really good. I don't know what Entei's preferred move into... it looks like Stomping Tantrum is Entei's preferred move into... I've already forgot the Pokemon's name. Incineroar, so that is fine here. I think I'm probably throwing a safety goggles on it. And I'm honestly happy to throw Extreme Speed and Protect here. I don't hate Snarl. I'm not in love with Ironhead though. I think just the Terra Normal here is fine. It means that you cover the other Flutter Mane stab in Shadow Ball after already covering the first one with your primary stab. Apparently 140 speed is fine. Oh, apparently item 116 is fine. I choose to trust the spreads on the internet. They've done previous research into these builds, whereas I have not had the opportunity to. So I appreciate them for their service. Yeah, I think this is a competent set. I still have this game open from last video, which is actually next video, but spoilers. I hit the 1300s as well, which is nice. I just hit that in next video, and hopefully we'll be able to maintain it in this video. I do a Trick Room, which is cool. Can I lead Koba? I don't think Koba actually makes that much sense as a lead. This is not a good Indeedee matchup, unfortunately. I think the Tentacruel speed control is okay. I assume it lives the Psychic Terrain, Psychic Terrain, Expanding Force. I'm not 100% on that. It does look like it would live in Psychic Terrain, so I'm going to go with the Tenta, Indeedee, Koba needs to come, and then I think the last one then is probably Bax here. I think Bax's damage is very consistent. That's an interesting lead. They're speed boosting as well. That's really interesting. I can't Acid Spray the Iron Crown. It's also faster than Indeedee, I just realized that. I think I just throw out an Icy Wind and Protect. I definitely die to... I said the Psychic Terrain. That was stupid. Oh, I am Clear Body, good. I was like, I'm meant to be Clear Body. But I am already Clear Body, it's fine. Yeah, unfortunately with me setting the terrain, that's not going to work out great. Okay. It actually seems quite challenging, huh? I think I just have to double the Iron Crown. Actually, I can imprison the Expanding Force and Aura Sphere. But I'm going to die to Snarl, am I? Am I going to die to Snarl? It looks like I'm likely going to die to Snarl. It's fine, they're not specs. Okay, they went for the funny move. What did they click here? It can't use Expanding Force. As is simply right and correct. So I'm going to Terra and Flash Cannon the Flutter Mane. And probably Expanding Force. Into the Flutter slot. Doesn't really matter which slot I do it into. Okay, the Chi-Yu coming in here is definitely unfortunate. That does so much damage. I'm annoyed that they didn't Moonblast. I just gave them a free switch, which isn't great. Alright, of course it does so much damage, they added the Chi-Yu out. That means I needed the Chi-Yu damage for that. That's unfortunate. concerned that Cobalion may not be a very good Pokemon. I think I definitely want to still Aura Sphere the Chiyu, and they are still imprisoned on the Iron Crown. Good Trick Room. And try to play around the dodge. They're clicking Tachyon Cutter with Iron Crown here, always. I think I have to go for the Trick Room play. I think I need to... Oh, okay. That's fine. Oh, Tachyon Cutter is a KO. That's not great. Well, that's just a game loss, right? Yeah, this is not a very good matchup. Giving your opponent the win is not a good idea. You should, in general, try to avoid that. Was that Specs on the Iron Crown? No, it was Booster Energy special attack. Didn't switch up moves though, I don't think. Well, this is a team that I feel like Cobalion could actually get a Calm Mind against. I don't think this is a great matchup for Cobalion. I think I want to lead Entei, whatever I lead next to it. Honestly, let's lead it next to Cobalion. And then I want to bring Tenta because I have to. All of these Pokemon are kind of awkward here. I think it's probably valiant of them. I mean, this team isn't good into Indeedee. It does have Imprisoned Trick Room. That's not even like a terrible lead, but I think it's the Valiant. Okay. I want to just Sacred Fire and Calm Mind here. Sacred Fire the Registeel, Calm Mind. I could double the Registeel actually. Wow, it thinks I do 30. Okay, it doesn't think I KO the Registeel, so I'm going to Sacred Fire and Calm Mind. Can I still get the burn though? 50% of the time is 100% of the time. Yeah, I don't think that is necessarily that important to me in this matchup. I'm just going to throw... Oh no, they can just Lunar Blessing it. So I have to go for the Terra play, but the Terra play doesn't really help. I think I have to Sacred Fire the Registeel again. I should have. I was gonna oh, I can lead Imprisoned Trick Room, and then I didn't lead Imprisoned Trick Room, and now I am struggling because of it. I can't Acid Spray Registeel either because it has Clear Body. I think I need to switch in Tentacruel and go for Terra Poison and Calm Mind, and then next turn I need to okay, that did 10%. The good thing is that they moved in the appropriate turn. So I'm going to knock off the Registeel and probably protect this turn because I can protect again the following turn after. But yeah, I really just want to get the knockoff into Registeel. I wish I had Clear Smog as well, but I only had so many move slots, right? And then I want to, after I knock off the Registeel, I want to start throwing Acid Sprays into Cresselia. That is more damage than I would have hoped. So I Acid Spray the Cresselia here. I have to go for another Calm Mind here, I think. I'm hoping I'm out of range of 2 Heavy Slams. I imagine I am. I'm hoping they don't throw the attack into Cresselia. That's a good start. I'm going to Acid Spray again. I feel like I have to Calm Mind here again. I'm not confident that the +4 is KOing Cresselia. Okay, well that's good. That is definitely an improvement of position. That is more damage than I would have liked. Yeah, so I can Acid Spray the... so I've Acid Sprayed the Incin. I think I can honestly just Muddy Water here and protect. I don't know how confident we're feeling about my matchup into Cobra at this point, but the Muddy Water should do a significant amount to Incin. Yeah. Well, that is an issue. Yeah, I mean, I have to Muddy Water again. But then I also need to Aura Sphere the Incin, but I can't. I have to Aura Sphere the Registeel. Oh, that wound up being more challenging than I had. Okay, that's good. That's a good start. Accuracy drop is funny. Not necessarily important, but definitely funny. We don't know if this is Protect, but I think we imagine it is. I think I have to Acid Spray and Flash Cannon the Cresselia here, even though I do die to Body Press if they go for it. What do I have in the back? Entei and Iron Valiant. Valiant can Gleam it? That's not likely to get a KO. But it's definitely Protect, right? I think I have to go for the Acid Spray Flash Cannon play and hope that they Protect. Okay, they protected. I need this to KO. It really should. I'm very, very boosted. Okay, it did. Acid Spray is a helpful move to have. I died to no, I'm +4 special defense. I shouldn't die to Shadow Ball. I'm going to click Icy Wind here and Protect. I just need to speed drop the Flutter Mane so that it's slower than Cobalion, even if it specs. Okay. That's a good play. They're trying to pressure me to where I am conceding that Fake Out, right? That's it. The Registeel doesn't recover anymore, which is good. I think I need to switch the Cobalion here, which is annoying because I think... Nah, the Valiant resists. How much are we thinking Valiant is taking from Body Press? 70%. How much are we thinking it's taking from Fake Out? It looks like it doesn't die. I think I just Muddy Water and switch in Valiant here. I just need to be able to throw as many attacks as possible into... Oh no, I'm missing that Muddy Water. It feels bad. They didn't even Fake Out, so I could have gone for... Oh, they crit me as well. Okay, they knocked off the thing. That's actually also really bad. This is not going well. The crit there and the miss is definitely a really unfortunate turn. Just a shame, because I think I have been playing well. I just think that puts me out of a position where I'm playing well enough to win. I could Acid Spray and Dazzling Gleam, because that would cover the Flutter Mane coming in. I'd have to Acid Spray the Incin slot. The Incin was not smashed. Do we think Dazzling Gleam picks up Incin anyways? We do not, so we're going to have to Acid Spray and Dazzling Gleam. Okay, please let this double up. Oh, I forgot that I'm faster. Okay, yeah, no, this game is... Oh, not over. Still Evente. Okay. So Entei has to come in and Sacred Fire the Flutter slot? Or does it have to Stomping it? Do I still have Terror? No, I Terrored the Cobalion. I could even Stomping the Registeel from here. I just don't think it's going to do enough damage. I think I have to go for the Sacred Fire into the Flutter. That's not the Pokemon I care about. This is... Yeah, I have to Sacred Fire the Flutter. Two of them will definitely KO the Incin, and I can always switch the Valiant. I should have Icy Winded. If I had realized, I would have Icy Winded. Oh, I could also go for the burn as well. I forgot about that. I can no longer go for the switch. I need to get this double protect on Valiant or I lose. Is that true? I think that's true. I think I have to get this double protect on Valiant or I lose. And then how do I win? We don't think Single Target Dazzling Gleam picks up either of these Pokemon. We think that Body Press KOs both of my Pokemon, which it does for sure, 100%. We don't think Aura Sphere is we think it's 2 KOing Registeel. I think that Muddy Water chip would have really been significant here. I need to go for the Aura Sphere, and I need to go for the double protect here. And ideally they randomly double target Valiant. I didn't get the double protect, I lost. Yeah, that crit putting me in range of Fake Out, because remember we had specifically calced that the Fake Out plus Body Press double up didn't KO. So that crit putting me in range of Fake Out was incredibly unfortunate. It meant that I just did not have it out there, which is very frustrating, because otherwise I could have Aura Sphered the the Incin. Probably still would have lost. I probably had to protect the Cobalion there. Okay, this is interesting. I think I'm trying to bring Trick Room here. I know Indeedee is really strong into a lot of these Pokemon. I think I just lead Indeedee. I think I'm going to lead it next to Cobalion. I'm going to bring Tenta. And I'm going to bring Bax. They'll do good damage here. Do I prefer Valiant? I don't think I can get away with Valiant here, as much as I do like it. I wish I had Redirection on this team. I didn't want to just bring Redirection every game. Oh, I'm out of 1300s now, aren't I? Yeah. Well, we'll see if I can get back into it from here. We definitely click Expanding Force. I think we have to Calm Mind here. I don't think we can afford not to Calm Mind. I also think we think Expanding Force KOs everything, like KOs... not at the Assault Vest? Okay, in that situation, I might go for a double attack because they could also be Sash on Glimmora. Shiny Tornadus, by the way. Okay, well, I went for the target in the wrong slot. I don't think Incin gets OHKO'd unless they are, like, no, they're quite bulky, actually. I wish I'd gone for the Calm Mind play. It was the thing I originally went for. Onto Trick Room here. I could protect the Cobalion, could switch. I think protecting makes the most sense. I don't think I'm getting Trick Room up, but it's definitely the play I'm going for. Air Slash, huh? Meteor Beam into the Indeedee. Ah, that was a... Okay, yeah, they punished me. I should just gone for Trick Room turn 1 as well, right? That was always an option. Yeah, I think that's probably GG here, which is frustrating, as always, because I don't have a Rock Resist. Yeah, that's very frustrating. I had all these better plays, and then I just didn't make them for no reason. Like, I definitely should have thought through the Trick Room option against the Torn lead. I definitely should have thought that through. I think I think that was a winning play, but I didn't think it through. So remember, guys, when you build something into a team, consider using it. Okay, and they flinch me even. Great. Great, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm really glad that you guys did that. You know, it just reminds me of the futility of human endeavor. I think I need to throw another Calm Mind off, but I'm not going to get enough value out of it. I really need that Icy Wing chip, because that means that next turn I am in a better position, because this turn I could punish the Torn, but now my Bax is likely going to be slower. Okay. Oh, and that Earth Power's a KO too. Okay, well, we're out of Tailwind. I just need... Okay, it's not Flutter Mane. They've already used Terra, so I can always Terra here. The problem is that I have to Icicle Spear the Glimmora. I think if the Glimmora was at -1, this game was definitely won. If I was not Terra Fire, even if I was Terra Dragon, maybe. They're probably going to... I actually don't know what they're going to click here. If they don't have a rock move, like besides Meteor Beam, I think that this is the play to win. Protect the Cobalion and Scale Shot the Gouging Fire, I think is a play that can win if they do not have Power Gem. Am I terraing? Yeah, I'm always terraing. I have to resist a potential Breaking Swipe. I don't likely win if it's Breaking Swipe, but it's possible. Am I Clear Amulet? No, I'm loaded dice. Okay, it's Breaking Swipe. I just need the Earth Power to go into Cobalion. It did. Okay. I just realized I'm probably still slower. I can protect the Koba. The protecting Koba loses, doesn't it? No, Breaking Swipe doesn't care from here. So I just Icicle Spear the Glim. I think I have to double the Glim here, actually. Oh, but the Breaking Swipe, the Gouging Fire is still a problem. I think I need to... target down the Glim. I think I have to double target the Glim. But I'm concerned I then lose to Gouging Fire. Okay, yeah, no, that's just that's one way to win the. Oh my gosh, and they lived on one. Okay, I need to get the enough hits. Okay, the Gouging Fire living on one is definitely a significant issue. No, the Flutter Mane is also a significant issue. It's fine, I'll dodge. Okay, so the only way I win, which I don't think is like an actual part of the game, I scale shot the Gouging Fire, I connect, and then I'm faster than Flutter. I definitely die, but if I somehow don't die, then I need to, like, the Gouging Fire living on one is so bad here. Getting 5 hits here, or even this roll higher. Okay, wait, I can win. Connects, 90%. Okay. Now this Icicle Spear, which never KOs this Flutter, needs to KO this Flutter. Or the Shadow Ball needs to not KO. That's also possible. That is definitely being KO'd by Shadow Ball, or is it one crit? It is not one crit. How especially offensive is this Flutter? Because this does not reckon that Shadow Ball ever does that. So it must be modest. Oh well. Losing 3 games sucks. Yeah, that turn 1 play was really bad. The rolls, like, you know, did I ever? Was that all just 4 times? Sorry, did I get a 5 times once? No, 5 times. It's 40% chance to get a 5 times. That's frustrating. Man, that is very frustrating. I don't think that any of those games were guaranteed to be lost. Yeah, there were a lot of really frustrating things that came up in those games that I think I could have won if they hadn't gone that way. I definitely should have Icy Winded that previous turn with Tentacruel. I should have Trick Room turn 1 here. I think beyond that, most of my plays weren't really like terrible plays. Like getting bad luck here was bad. Like that scale shot play, I mean, getting a crit on the Flutter was an out. Living the Flutter, though, it wound up. I think so. Even if it's so if it's max modest, then it's basically guaranteed it KOs. But if it's not max modest, then it's not guaranteed that it KOs. I suppose I didn't see an item, so it could be Spooky Plate potentially, or Wise Glasses if they are an absolute Jigga Chad. Going 4 and 5 after going 4 and 2 is definitely not the vibe. Frankly, I don't think Cobalion is very good. I tried using it back in Dynamax with Beat Up, and I thought it was bad. It definitely seems like it has significant counterplay in the current format. Tentacruel's cool. I think if Tentacruel had Beat Up, I could do like the Beat Up thing with with Cobalion, and it would have been better. But the Acid Spray set does have the ability to work. Running into several really bad Acid Spray matchups was terrible. Like we had the Iron Crown, and then the Registeel, and then this very offensive based matchup. Missed the flinch there. Oh my gosh, the flinch plus all of the bad rolls plus that crit. That was frustrating for sure. That was definitely frustrating. I think I had the possibility to come out on top in those. Perhaps I should have run a bulkier Baxcalibur. But the attack also wound up being pretty important, so I don't know. Thank you everyone for watching. Definitely consider picking up Tentacruel. It is in a really interesting position. It does have like a wide array of support options, and it has decent speed, which is nice. I would probably not consider drafting Cobalion unless you already have a good beat-up Pokemon in your team, and you don't mind the fact that you lose to Fairy types with your Steel type, so potentially if you have another Steel type as well. Ultimately, thank you everyone for watching. It is, even with these frustrating games, it's still fun. I think Regulation F has been just a really awesome format so far. I'm really enjoying a lot of the Pokemon added to it, and I think that it has been a pretty wide open format in ways that I think Regulation E really struggled more so to be. So, really happy for that. Thank you everyone for watching. Goodbye.